Hey, what's up, RucciDaCrew Family? It's your boy, Rucci Reacts, coming at y'all again with another video. And I know I'm late with addressing the world events that's been going on lately. It's just I've been dealing with some anxiety issues because everything that's been going on in the world, it's been giving me anxiety. And like, you know, with the media, like, there's no escaping it. And like, you know, with the media, like, you know, showing everything, and like, you know, I'ma just, like, you know, explain to you guys what's giving me anxiety. And the coronavirus is also contributing to it, but also it's the racial tensions, and it's breaking my heart. Racial tensions really break my heart. And when I seen that George Floyd video, like, it was sickening, and it broke my heart for real. And like, and seeing, and the riots, I don't think it's the protesters rioting. I think it's domestic terrorists, but that's just my opinion. That's just what I think, because when I seen footage of the night and day difference between the protesters and the rioters at night. Like, you know, during the day there'll be like peaceful protesters during the day. I mean, I even seen them, like, you know, by the mall, like, you know, where I live at. I mean, they're peaceful protesters. They're just trying to protest for, you know, equal, like, you know, for police, to stop police brutality. And they're like doing it peacefully. And like, but during the night, it's a different story. I mean, on the news, when I've seen in New York City, they're not even holding up signs. In the beginning they were, because they were trying to fit in with the protesters. This is my viewpoint. But as the days went on, if you look at the New York City looting footage, they're just throwing rocks. They weren't holding up any signs. They were just looting just to loot. Like, and they're not even concerned about, you know, the George Floyd movement, the Black Lives Matter, and all that. But that's just my, you know, take on it. And the thing that's giving me anxiety is, you know, the way the world is heading. I mean, I cried several times over it because it's breaking my heart. I've seen like several videos on it. I've seen a video of cops pushing down this elderly 75-year-old man, an innocent 75-year-old man who had nothing to do with it. And like, he was bleeding out of his ears. And it was sickening. I mean, it was disturbing. So, my condolences go to George Floyd's family. I believe Black lives do matter. And to the people who say all lives matter, like, to be honest, all lives don't matter until Black lives matter. So that's just my take on it. And like, the part that's giving me anxiety is I don't know why there's racial inequality. I don't know why there's I don't know why there's racism at all, because I'm a God-fearing man. I mean, we all of us were made in the image of God. And like, you know, like, I believe we should love each other. Like, you know, like brothers and sisters, we should love each other. Love God and love each other. I don't know why this country has to be so divided, and that's what's giving me anxiety right now. And that's why I haven't been dropping any videos, because I've been trying to deal with my anxiety. I've been praying, That's also another part of it. I've been praying a lot lately. And like, you know, I just been praying to God that, like, you know, this, you know, racial inequality stops. And like, you know, police would stop the police brutality. And like, everyone could, like with me, I mean, when everything was like all calm before the coronavirus, I was good. But when everything's just all over the place like it is now, I get anxiety. I get like, you know, I just get like, you know, because I mean, I'm not the only one. I mean, other people are also like, you know, suffering mentally. So it's just like, you know, I don't know why there's racism. I mean, I love every single person on this earth. I try to see the good in people. I don't know why that cop had to be racist. I don't know why. I mean, I just try to see the good in people. I mean, this is me personally. I mean, I don't judge people by the color of their skin. I try to, it's about their character. It's about, like, you know, what's inside them. I mean, it's not by the color of their skin. And the thing that breaks my heart is children are getting, like, you know, caught up in the mix. There was also another video of a child getting maced by a police officer. And, like, you know, protesters had to, like, you know, help that. I don't know whose child that was. Like, you know, that would even bring their child to a protest. I mean, once children get caught up in the mix, I mean, I just think, like, you know, the government needs to do something about it, like, you know, already. And number two, the coronavirus needs to end. So yeah, that's just my take on it. And because, like, you know, God made us in his image, and I was raised to believe, like, you know, I was raised to treat everyone like you want to be treated, no matter what their skin color is. And here I am, 20 years old in the year 2020, and everyone's like being racist to each other. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Why? Like why? Like, just love each other, love God and love each other. I just don't get it. I just don't. But anyways, I believe Black Lives Matter. So yeah, like, I love. And another thing that's giving me anxiety is the children that's, like, you know, being raised up in this generation right now in 2020. Like, you know, and they're seeing what's on the media. They're seeing what's, like, you know, being played on the news. They're seeing all this go down, and they're like, hey, mommy and daddy, what's going on? And the parents actually have to explain racism to them. And, like, you know, me growing up, I never thought about skin color because my parents, like, you know, my parents are Christian parents. I mean, they taught me, hey, treat everyone, like, with love. Treat everyone like you want to be treated. Treat, you know, the way Jesus treated everyone. Like, you know, treat everyone, like, with love. That's the way I was raised. And with today, parents have to explain racism to their kids. I mean, white and black parents. And my heart goes out to the black parents specifically, because they got to explain, hey, like, you know, cops are like, you know, it's just, be careful when you go out or get pulled over, or like, that's the part that's breaking my heart, is like, you know, the children. They got to be like, a cop's bad, and a children got to be like, yeah. I mean, the parents got to be like, you know, be careful when you go out, because you. And with the white side, with the white parents and the white kids, like the media is making white kids feel ashamed to be white, and I mean, it's just the media. They're making white people feel ashamed to be white, and like, you know, I mean, I'm not ashamed of my skin color. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican, half Italian, so I'm mixed in with Hispanic. I like to think that I'm mainly Hispanic more than white, so I'm not really tripping about it. So, but it's just the fact that the media is making, like, you know, white children, like, making white people look bad, and when kids see this, it's going to make white children feel ashamed to be white, and then the white parents is going to have to explain racism to them. And white children shouldn't, like, you know, be concerned with racism, because, I mean, when they go to school, I mean, they should be able to make friends with, I mean, without even being concerned about skin color. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just, that's the part that's breaking my heart. I mean, that's why I'm hoping all this ends soon. Everybody, like, I'm talking about ends with, you know, the government, with police reform, so racial tensions could, like, you know, end. Because that's been the main thing bugging me, is like, you know, is like, you know, children being raised up into this mess, and the parents got to explain racism. Because when I was growing up, my parents, they didn't even have to mention racism to me, because all this wasn't going on around 1999 or 2001 or 2003. I mean, that wasn't going on. I mean, all this wasn't, like, going on. It was probably going on. I mean, police brutality was probably going on, but I mean, there wasn't social media back then to record it, so, like, you know, nobody knew about it. So, but now, since there's social media, there everything's getting recorded. I mean, there's a lot of backlash over it, and now people are trying to make it end, which is a good thing. It's just like, you know, the media, CNN, I mean, they're just like they're just making white people look so bad. I mean, it's not even funny. And when children see that mess, it's gonna be like, oh, they're gonna think, oh, am I a bad person because I'm white? Yada, yada, yada. They're gonna ask their parents that, and, like, that's the part that bugs me. I mean, because we're all God's children. I mean, we're all created by God, and we should love each other and love God no matter what skin color we are. That's why I hate these racial tensions that's going on, and it's giving me so much anxiety. And also the coronavirus. So, I hope life goes back to normal. I've been praying a lot lately. So, yeah. And please don't comment down, oh, it's the end times, yada, yada, yada. You don't think I don't know that? I read the Bible. You don't think I don't know that? Like, you know how many people have been saying that to me? Like, I'm sick of hearing it. Like, for real, you don't think I know that? Jesus. You know how many people said to me, oh, it's the end times? You're telling me something I already know. Of course I already know that. Jesus. Like, because, like, a lot of, like, these there's, like, these certain group of Christians that I really don't like. I don't hate them, but I don't like them. They be, like, so aggressive. I know I'm going off topic, but it's just, like, you know, I gotta rant about this a little bit. They be like, oh, it's the end times. Of course this is gonna happen. They be so negative about the situation. Just because it's the end times doesn't mean you can't do something to end the situation. You can't do something positive to influence the world. You can't do something like, for example, there's racial tensions going on. Like, you see everybody protesting to end it. I mean, that's doing something positive. They're trying to, like, you know, end it. They're trying to, like, you know, do something positive to, like, you know, end police brutality. So, like, just because it's the end times doesn't mean you can't try to end the tragedies that's going on and, like, you know, impact the world positively. God, I can't pronounce my words. But anyways, y'all know what I mean. It's just a certain group of Christians I really don't like. And, like, you know, they be like, so, and then they be like actually happy that all this is going on. And I'm like, like if you were really Christian, like me, I try not to judge people. And with me, I show love to people, okay? You're supposed to show sympathy when all this is going on. You're supposed to show love towards people, show love towards one another when all this is going on. It's just like, that's another thing. It's a lot of things, and this is going to end up being a long video. So, anyways, subscribe for more content. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Please comment down, and all my social media links will be in the description below. So yeah, it's been your boy Rucci Reacts, and I'm out.